Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so Tyson Fury, he spoke to ESPN. And of course, he's speaking about Dillian Whyte. And this is what he had to say. I think he's an average heavyweight. Slow feet, slow hands, average power. He's had a lot to say. Tyson don't want to fight me. All of a sudden, the fight's on his toes. And guess what? He's gone silent, hiding like a scared rabbit. Tyson Fury's statement on Dillian Whyte. So basically, Dillian Whyte, he's average heavyweight. He's slow feet, slow hands, and average power. Cool. So if you struggle with him, we ain't going to give you no credit, right? Because you struggled with somebody who clearly ain't very good. First one. Now, as far as Dillian Whyte being scared, a scared rabbit, as Tyson Fury called him, then, okay. Then why is it that you weren't mentioning Dillian Whyte's name for the longest time? You was talking about Usyk. You were talking about Joshua. You were talking about a crossover fight, a boxing match with MMA gloves on against Francis Ngannou. You were talking about WWE. You were talking about Manuel Charr, Robert Helenius, Andy Ruiz Jr. You were talking about everybody else's name except Dillian Whyte. But suddenly now, of course, it went to purse bids. Well, it's not Dillian Whyte's fault that currently, on the current 80-20 split, it could rise, depending on the arbitration, of course. But even right now, he's guaranteed $7.4 million. If he beats you, another $4.1 million. So if the pay-per-views do bad, if the pay-per-views break all kinds of UK records, Dillian doesn't get paid not one penny more. It's not Dillian Whyte's fault that you agreed something with Frank Warren and Bob Arum prior to the purse bid, is it? Because that 80% of that 41 million that Frank Warren won, you ain't getting that, are you, Tyson? That $29.5 million, you ain't getting that much, are you, Tyson? Because you took a guaranteed amount for that fight, you accepted it, and with an upside of how well the pay-per-views do. So therefore, you need Dillian Whyte to help you sell the pay-per-views so you can earn more money. That's why you're upset, isn't it, Tyson? But yet, Dillian Whyte is a scared one, but yet you've been trying to avoid him. You've been trying to get him to step aside. And you've been trying to get Joshua to step aside so you can go fight a tune-up and then go fight Usyk at the end of the year. Not my opinion. Fact. So who's really the scared one? Who's been doing everything that they can to not fight Dillian Whyte? But what, suddenly now, because Dillian isn't helping you promote the fight, he's not out there shouting his mouth off because you want him to promote the fight so you can earn more money. Oh, well, unlucky. Go have a word with Uncle Frank or Uncle Bob about seeing to give him an upside of the pay-per-view. Then maybe he might start screaming and shouting. Again, I've heard that the WBC are waiting on contracts. For some reason, there's this narrative around that people are waiting on Dillian Whyte to sign the contract. Well, Tyson Fury needs to sign it too. He hasn't signed his end of the deal. A little two-faced there, Tyson, isn't it? Dillian's gone silent. Yeah, of course he's gone silent. Firstly, he doesn't have to sell the pay-per-views. He doesn't have to sell the event because he's guaranteed a set amount. As much as I would like him to promote the fight, of course, I want to be entertained. Dillian Whyte is an excellent entertainer. Fury, Whyte, them two together, or under normal circumstances, would be fire, wouldn't it? For the build-up. But Dillian Whyte doesn't have to do that. Also, if he says the wrong thing, it could go against him with the arbitration. Could get twisted, go against him with the arbitration. That's why he's quiet. Your reasons for being quiet, Tyson, is because you were trying to do everything that you possibly could to avoid the fight. Now it's on your toes. Now suddenly you expect Dillian Whyte to jump through hoops and be grateful. Nah, not at all. And for those who think that Dillian Whyte isn't going to take the fight, you're wrong. You are wrong. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.